Hey, what's going on, everybody in the Ripple? It's Jonathan, Bud, and Brian here. And, well, Brian, you're going to actually take those glasses off?
Well, I'm blinded by the light.
Put them back on, CeeLo.
There you go.
Okay, perfect. Now we're ready to roll. All right, here's the deal, my friends. If you've been following the Rippln conversation, whether as a fan, as a player, then you might have heard some buzz coming about October 28th. And what we want to do in this video is we want to give everybody just a little bit of an inside view, because there's going to be some promotion material, some other things coming out soon detailing what's coming on October 28th. But suffice it to say that this is a complete game changer and the complete Rippln vision and concept manifested in full for all of us to go make money from and build a business that allows us to finance the life of our dreams. And we're just pretty pumped to share with you guys for the first time. This is our first real communication about it.
No, absolutely. And yeah, I think that the key thing to ask is, ask yourself this, is how many people do we know that would be interested in this? If we could show you how to get your friends to download an app for free and you could make money off of that, is there anybody that would be interested in that concept?
Anyone. I mean, what if you could actually make several $1,000s a month, even $10,000 a month or more, from people downloading free apps? Would you be interested in that?
I think the answer is very obvious. Everyone would. And the reason we're so excited about this is something that we have been putting together literally for over a year. And as we've been listening to the Ripple and the players, and we've been talking about this conversation, you know, one of the things that people are ready to do is monetize the Ripple. And so right now, as we're validating the model, to us, this is breaking it down back to the basics. And so we want to be the first to invite you to get ready for October 28th, to where you can participate in the App Share program. And the cool thing about it is that I think about, Jonathan, is that if you think about someone in college sitting at a Starbucks, is literally they could get friends of theirs that come to Starbucks to download an app that they would already want to play, and they could generate up to $1 or $2 per download. I mean, just think about it on a monthly basis.
There's your coffee. I mean, what if you went into Starbucks, and the time you were in Starbucks, just by hanging out in line, you already paid for your coffee? Heck, you could have paid for your coffee, your muffin. I'm not really a Starbucks guy, so I don't know how high those things go there, but literally just standing in line, $10.
And the amazing thing is, and how the program is going to work is very simple. You're going to have 2 participating parties, well, 3. You're going to have individuals that literally just want to make money by referring people to the apps that are in the App Share catalog. And when other people download the apps that you share with them, you get paid when they download the app for free, as long, this is a keynote, as long as they don't already have the app on their phone. Now, the cool thing about that is there's people that's all they're going to want to do, and that is awesome. We're going to start with 5 apps, and we're going to continue to grow that catalog, and so you're going to be the first to participate. But then the second individual that we're going to have are going to be the individuals that want to build a player community, that they want to get a lot of people playing the App Share game. And we're going to reward you for building a community within your Ripple of people playing the App Share game, and we're going to reward you for getting that player community playing the App Share game. What I mean is this, is think about it this way. Our goal is to get thousands and thousands and thousands and millions of app downloads that we're paying you to get downloaded. Well, it's very obvious. The more players that we have playing the App Share game, the more downloads we're going to get. So we're putting a reward for all of those that participate in the App Share game. And then the third individual are going to be the individuals that download the apps and play the games. And that is everyone throughout the world loves to talk about apps, play apps, and try new apps. And so I think the most significant thing to talk about is that this App Share catalog is, we're starting with 5 because we really want to focus on validating the model and validating the rewards that are attached to it. And me personally, I'm super excited about the entrepreneurs that are going to play this, because I believe that the validation of our rewards program, we're going to see people generating $1,000 a week, $3,000 a week, $10,000 a week. But also, is as we start with 5, we're going to continue to grow that into hundreds over the next year. So it's going to be a super exciting program. It's groundbreaking. And by the way, it's something we've been communicating and developing this customized system for the Rippln platform and the Rippln community. So why are you excited about it, JB?
Well, I mean, think about it this way. You know, when in the history of apps, right, since this technology even was invented, or even in the history of any business, were you able to go out and do what you're already doing for free, right? You're talking about apps, you're sharing apps, except this time I share my app with Brian, or I share my app with Troy, or I share my app with Soren, and all of a sudden he downloads that app and I just make $1.50, $1.50 because he downloads the app. Whoa, holy smokes, like what if I pay my car bill? What if I pay my electric bill, my cell phone bill, just from doing what I'm already doing, talking about cool new apps with my friends? That's one thing that gets me excited. But here's where it gets even crazier. What if I go to Troy or Brian and I say, hey, would you guys ever consider, I don't know, getting paid for what you're already doing every day and sharing these apps within the Rippln app sharing catalog with your friends and earning money every single time someone downloads it? And they're like, duh, that's a no-brainer. And so now Brian or Troy signs up on my team to be a player in the game, in the app share game, and they're out there sharing apps. Well, all of a sudden, what if I make a little piece of every single app Troy shares? A little piece of every app he shares, I now make. And what if Troy goes and tells his buddy, because the concept's brilliant, why don't you share apps and get paid? And I make a little piece of every app he shares. All of a sudden, this gets crazy. Because the fact of the matter is, for the first time in history, we have the ability to have fun, play a game to share with all of our friends who are downloading apps, and earn a piece of all the apps that are being downloaded in our Rippln. And oh, by the way, it's all tracked through the Rippln platform, which is the first ever to show you your social graph and the value that you create within it. And I think that's really, you know, what gets me super excited, is that this is a blue ocean conversation, the first time anyone's ever been able to get paid for sharing apps and get paid for telling others about it. And there's no limit to where we can go with this. So I'm excited for October 28th, my friend.
It's going to be exciting. And the exciting news is that this is about you taking back your social graph and getting rewarded for what you're doing anyway. And you know, when you talked about the history of apps, I think that this is just something to leave with, is we have the ability to be the linchpin in the app market, because the history of the app market is 5 years old. It's a baby. And the number one problem or opportunity in the entire app space is the distribution of apps. How are they distributed? The reality of it is, it's not like Google. There's not a search and discovery process. That process comes from you sharing the apps that you love. Therefore, you should be rewarded. And what we want to do is take to the market this concept along with our own apps that we've been developing, like our communication app and the apps that we've joint partnered with. And we want to show the world and validate to the world that you are the most significant part of the equation in the app game. So we look forward to playing with you. We're going to have more and more details coming out here in the upcoming weeks. And so October 28th, get ready to play the game.
Absolutely. And one final thing, if you are not a Rippln player already and powered up participating really in the reward side of the Rippln opportunity, then make sure you go ahead and do that before the 28th, because everybody who's a Rippln player is going to be grandfathered in the app sharing program. And after the 28th, the app sharing program is going to go on sale to the marketplace at large. And so if you want to be able to be grandfathered in the program and pretty much get it at a 50% discount, then become a Rippln player today. And we can't wait to announce more exciting details to you soon. So appreciate you all, and we'll talk in a bit.
Ripple on.